I want to ask you about another big story that we covered here today and get your thoughts on it. It has to do with the World Intellectual Property Organization. It's a branch of the United Nations, and it appears that this, very little known branch to most people of the United Nations has been transferring some electronic equipment, some computers, and some very highly sophisticated electronic equipment to North Korea and also to Iran, despite the fact that the sanctions are ongoing. What's going on here?
Well, I have to say, that's sort of business as usual in the UN system. Look, I think these transfers clearly violate existing Security Council sanctions resolutions. Computers are dual-use technologies that can be used for nuclear and ballistic missile programs, number one. Number two, if these transfers are typical of other UN programs, not only are North Korea and Iran getting these computers, they're getting them free. The UN is giving them this equipment. And finally, the key thing here is that it shows that even within the UN system, Iran and North Korea can exploit weaknesses or vaguenesses in the sanctions regime. If they can get this assistance from the UN, imagine what they're getting out on the market.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing when you consider the sanctions that are in place and the UN agreement on those sanctions. And it appears that these transactions were being handled in a sort of way that was intended to be surreptitious, and that they were handled through the Beijing office. What does that tell you?
Well, but perfectly routinely through WIPO's normal channels. You know, the North Korea thing is particularly interesting. These computers and servers and other equipment and technical assistance by WIPO were for the North Korean Patent Office. Let me just say that again. The North Korean Patent Office. I bet that's a real beehive of activity in it. What could the people in Geneva at WIPO headquarters have been thinking when they agreed to this? And I think there's more to come. You know, these stories are all from whistleblowers within WIPO. I hope there are other whistleblowers at other UN agencies that can tell us about their programs in Iran and North Korea, too.
Lots of Thomas Edisons apparently at work in North Korea. John Bolton, Ambassador, thank you so much. Good to see you as always.